Hi everyone, good afternoon and welcome to the DigiGirls application information session, the first of its kind. I'm really excited to have you all join us. My name is DTM Tawo and I'm the program's lead Cyber Safe Foundation. If you're excited as I am to be here, just go on in the comment section and just say, Go DigiGirls. Um, Go on ahead and invite your friends, invite everyone to join in because it's going to be a blast. Thankfully, I'm not doing this session alone, I'm doing it with my colleague. All right, go ahead and say hello.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Abimbola and I'm the program officer for DigiGirls. Really excited to have everyone here.
All right, thank you so much, Abimbola. All right, if you're not here yet, you're missing. All right, if your friend is not here yet, that person is missing. If you know anyone who wants to learn a digital skill and is a woman, is female, girl, woman, whatever word you want to use to describe it, and they are not here right now, they are missing out. So use the share button right there on YouTube and share it along with them. You can tweet about it, you can post it on Instagram or any social media accounts you have, because it's going to be a blast. Now, in today's session, bear in mind this is the first of its kind. We'll be walking you through all you need to know about the DigiGirls training program. We'll be starting off with an about section, just telling you all that you need to know about the program, and that will be led by Bimbola. Should walk you through why the DigiGirls program is an important program to tap into, and then tell you what it takes to be a DigiGirl. So, are you a DigiGirl? Do you have everything it takes to be one? I don't know. I guess you'll find out in that session with Bimbola. Afterwards, we'll answer the question, one that has been going on for a while. What's the difference in cyber girls and digi girls? Well, I'll be walking you through a session where we go through the differences between both programs and then walk you through a step-by-step process of the application into the DigiGirls 3.0. Afterwards, we'll take some time to answer any questions you may currently have about the program. So stay tuned. I am really excited to be here, and I'm sure Bimbola is as well. So please, you have the floor, Bimbola. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, DT. Very quickly, everyone, I'm going to walk us through what DigiGirls is about and just give us a general overview of what the program is like. So DigiGirls is designed to empower women and girls aged 18 to 40, equipping them with basic digital skills, basic to intermediate digital skills. What we'll be doing here is, giving ladies, women an opportunity to learn a digital skill so that you can take part in this gig economy there. Right? Now everything is digital, everything is tech. There's AI, there's Chat GPT, there's all sorts going on now, and it's really important that you're equipped with these skills to, make a mark, make an impact, and seize opportunities in the global economy. So this training is threefold. So there's going to be hands-on training. There's going to be mentorship sessions with, leading women in tech, and there will also be opportunities for possible paid internships and job placements. Um, so you should also know that for DigiGirls, like I mentioned earlier, the age bracket is between 15 years old to 40 years old. So whether you're just done with WIEC, you just finished your SSC, or you're looking to transition into tech, or you're out of school, you might even still be an undergraduate. This is an opportunity to upskill yourself. Our location, every state in Nigeria, will cut across the entire nation. So from Zamfara, from Maiduguri, Lagos, Port Harcourt, all over Nigeria. All you need is a laptop. All you need is internet connection, and you can join us and take your classes. Our training duration is for 3 months. This training is going to be running for 3 months, commencing in August. Um, and it's running Mondays to Fridays, especially for those who are taking physical classes at our physical locations, Mondays to Fridays, 4 hours daily, except on public holidays. So if it's a public holiday, you are free, you get the day to yourself. And this time around, our number of beneficiaries have increased to 6,000. Yes, 6,000 women and girls all across Nigeria will get the opportunity to be upskilled through DigiGirls. Okay, so very quickly, I'm going to take us through what peer learning groups are, mentorship, what it looks like, and other activities that we have planned out for you in DigiGirls 3.0. Before I go on, please make sure to keep dropping your comments in the comment section. Invite as many people as possible. If you have friends, sisters, neighbors, nieces, aunties that you think would benefit from this, please share the link with them. Let them join in so they don't miss out on this. So very quickly, what's a peer learning group? At DigiGirls, we believe very much in the power of community, and that's exactly what a peer learning group is. So your peer learning group is your first community here at DigiGirls. So you'll be paired with other girls from across the nation. Again, it's not just one state. It's not just everybody in Lagos State, all of you in Abuja. No, you'd have the opportunity to interact with people outside of your region, outside of your state, get a mix of ideas, a blend of backgrounds, and really just learn together and grow together in that sense of community. There'll also be mentorship sessions, like I said. Mentorship sessions would bring in leading women in tech. So think all the um, leading women now, your role models are currently in tech, and they will be coming in to speak with you bi-weekly, usually on Fridays, just sharing their journey with you, giving you some motivation, giving you tips to help you succeed. You'll be able to ask questions, you'll be able to seize opportunities from them, you'll be able to learn a lot from our mentors. So other activities that we have planned include state hangouts, and this from experience has been something that our beneficiaries really enjoy. So a state hangout is basically just where girls, women from all living or all residing in a particular state get to plan to meet up at least once during the course of the training to, hang out, meet each other physically, because for ladies in other locations aside Lagos and Kaduna, all of your training will be online. So a state hangout will give you the opportunity to see other ladies face to face, interact with them, maybe even form peer groups, study groups. Just come together, exchange ideas, exchange experiences, and grow your network as well, because it's very important that as a community, you're able to say this and this and this lady, this lady, this lady, I know them or I met them through DigiGirls and they are part of my network now. Another program or another activity that we have lined up for you is the LinkedIn and CV writing master classes. Yes. So it's one thing to be equipped with a tech skill. It's another thing to be able to sell those skills, to be able to sell yourself, to be able to advertise yourself, put yourself outside, market yourself really with those skills. So as you're acquiring the skills, as you're learning, whatever learning path it is you choose, would also be equipping you with the skills that you need to properly market yourself, to properly position yourself for opportunities in the labor market. So everything you need to know about optimizing LinkedIn, everything you need to know about creating a foolproof CV. We'll be inviting speakers who will come talk to you and give you all of those tips that you need to be able to properly position yourself in the labor market. We also have a day in the life series. So a day in the life series brings in professionals who are currently working, who currently have careers, currently working jobs in various learning paths. They'll come and talk to you about what it's like on a day to day. So, are you learning data analysis? You're learning, but what is it like on a day to day? What would it be like for me actually working a job as a data analyst? What will I be doing? What are the opportunities that are bound? What are those skills that I need to really hone in on? What are the challenges that I might face and how might I overcome them? All of that will be answered by our day in the life speakers. So these are just a few of the activities that we have lined up. Many more will be unveiled in the course of the program. So I hope you're following so far. And if you have any questions, please start dropping them in the comment section. Once we get the question and answer session of this program, of this session rather, would attend to all of that. So moving on, I just want to give you a bit of insight into what our learning paths are. So we have 5 learning paths, and you'll be able to choose from one of those 5. Decide which one it is you want to learn, which one it is that you want to upskill yourself in. So the 5 of them are data analysis, digital marketing, e-commerce site building, graphics design, and UI UX design. So you can decide which one of that from now. You can start thinking, if it's not something that you've made up your mind about, you can start, getting an idea of which one it is that you want to specialize in. Um, Very quickly now, why DigiGirls? I mean, yes, this is a program that we're running to upskill ladies, women, and girls, but why? Why are we doing it really? And why do you think you yourself need to upskill and learn a tech skill? So, just looking around us now in the environment that we are, uh, everyone is doing something tech. But the question is why, yes? Why are we doing tech? Why are we moving into tech? But it's because the world is advancing, the economy is becoming more global. It's not just a one country thing. Now we're all blended together. It's a global village. That's the phrase I'm looking for. It's a global village now. And a recent USAID report has shown that 90% of jobs worldwide have a digital component. That means think all of the jobs, farmers, bankers, designers, photographers, all of these jobs now have a digital component, meaning all of these jobs now have tech tools that have been developed to help, to facilitate, to make those jobs easier, to make them more seamless, more efficient, to make them more in tune or in line with the digital advancement going on now. So there's hardly any job that you want to do now that you cannot apply technology into. There's hardly any job now that you cannot see has a digital component. So maybe from even record keeping, you're a farmer, you need to keep records, you're using a computer or a laptop. You're a photographer, you need to edit videos, you're using a software. All of these are digital components, all of these are tech tools that have been created to help facilitate seamless process in all of our job opportunities. So moving on now, I'm going to talk about the perks of acquiring a digital skill. You see all those tech bros, tech says, what's the perks? What's the advantage of having a digital skill? How does it make you, how does it position you for better opportunities? How does it make your life easier? What are the opportunities? What are the advantages of having or acquiring a digital skill? Number one is job diversity. Job diversity in that there's numerous opportunities, numerous career paths that you could venture into in tech. So you can be a cloud engineer, you can be a digital marketer, you can be a front end developer, you can be a back end developer. There's a lot now that you can do in the tech space. There's also the advantage of flexibility. And flexibility, I like to tell people, is not just about working remote. It's that you can work in any ecosystem at all. You can find yourself in any industry. So you're a data analyst, you can work in a hospital, you can work in the bank, you can work in a hotel, you can work anywhere. Businesses all over, organizations all over need data to generate information, need data to take decisions, strategic decision making, need data to function essentially. So that's one advantage. Digital marketing as well is going beyond traditional advertising now. The digital marketer, you have the opportunity to position businesses online. So sort of bringing, taking advertising from the traditional radio and TV adverts that we know, positioning them online on social media platforms so that they gain more visibility, so that they have access to more opportunities, increase their reach, a wider reach for customers. So improving profitability at the end of the day. So it's not just about working remote or being a tech brand wearing Crocs and shorts or being a Texas and having all back all day. No, it's that you can work in literally any ecosystem, you can work anywhere, have your skill, and then you can add value to any organization at all. There's also financial rewarding, and I think this is probably the number one thing everyone thinks about when it comes to having a tech skill. And yes, it is financially rewarding. I promise it's financially rewarding. I mean, again, this is because of the nature of tech in itself, in that you need to constantly upskill yourself, and it's a skill that is yours. What price can be put on your knowledge, really? So that's where the financial rewards come in. And there's also the advantage, last but not least, of boosting innovation. So if you work in tech, you have to constantly upskill yourself. You have to constantly move along with the flow. You have to constantly move along with the changes that are arising, the changes that are developing. I mean, one very recent example is AI and Photoshop. We used to need photographers to take our pictures and then edit them. But it's now looking like AI can do all of that, those editing now. And that means photographers all across the world have to upskill to remain relevant, because AI is coming up, tech is coming up. Again, it's always advancing. When you learn a tech skill now, you're not just going to stay where you are. And I think this is something that all DigiGirls should know. Perspective, you should know that you come in and you take the training. That's not the end of it. You need to constantly take steps to upskill yourself, take steps to boost your innovation, take steps to learn more, develop more, and just give yourself opportunity to constantly learn and grow. Okay, so those are the perks of acquiring a digital skill. We are now going into the DigiGirls 3.0 application process, and I'll bring back my colleague DTM on board, and she'll take us through how the application process is going to run, what you need to know, whatever whatever materials it is you need to get ready, information that you need to be able to provide, all of it, just to make sure that you have a seamless application process. Hi, DT, welcome. You
Thank you,
have the floor.
Abimbola. All right, thank you, Abimbola. All right, everyone. So, again, my name is Itiam Tao, and I'll be walking you through the application process. It's not too late to invite people to join in. So, if you need to do that really quickly, because this is the best part of the entire information session. All right, so I'll be starting up with the eligibility criteria. A lot of people ask, how do I qualify? Do I qualify? This is where I live. This is what I do. Can I join in? And so I'm just going to walk you through all you need to have in place to, be able to take part in the program. First, you must be female, aged 15 to 40 years old. So, as at 31st July 2023. So as of 2023, 31st July, you must be within the age range. If you just turned 41 on that day, I'm sorry. If you wouldn't be 15 yet on that day, sorry, you can't be a part of the program. You must be resident in Nigeria. I think I saw a question when someone said they're in Uganda. I'm really sorry. Sadly, this program is only available to those who are residents in Nigeria. You must have access to the internet, so you must have internet connection of some kind, and you must be willing to devote 3 months to this training, 3 months of intensive training. You must have access to not just a computing device, as your mobile device. You must have access to a laptop, a computer. Now, you mustn't own one, but you must have constant access to one. And this is important because you are learning a digital skill and you constantly need to practice. So you can't learn data analysis without practicing. You're just that's not just going to really work in your favor in perfecting the skill itself. So internet access and access to a computing device. You must be proficient in English, and you must have completed secondary education. So this is your WAEC. Some people write it as NECO afterwards. You must have completed that process. You must be passionate about gaining digital skill. We don't want people who are not really invested in this thing. You must be ready to learn it. So is it data analysis? Is it digital marketing? Is it graphics design? Your heart must be in it, because it's going to be an intense process. You are learning something, and the growth process is not always very easy. Without passion, you may die off. You may just lose the energy and just fall by the wayside. So we need you to be very passionate about gaining a digital skill. You must have never in the past benefited from a cyber safe training program. So have you been a cyber girl in the past? Have you been participated in any cyber safe foundation training program? You can't. Have you been a DigiGirl previously? You can't be a DigiGirl again. All right. That's what will open the doors to new people. So to participate, you mustn't in the past have benefited from a cyber safe training program. And then you must be available for class. I'm going to spend some time talking about availability because it's a huge part of the sacrifice you have to make to be a part of the DigiGirls training program. We expect that you'll be able to commit about 4 hours to the training. Classes are about 2 hours, but a bit of 2 hours again for your personal learning after classes will really help you perfect and hone the skill. So think of it as 4 hours every day for the rest of these 3 months. And at the end of it, you'll be really grateful you put in all of that time and effort. So yes, these are all the things you need to, have to be a DigiGirl, you must first be within the age range of 15 to 40, resident in Nigeria, access the internet and a computing device for 3 months. You must be passionate, you must be proficient in English, you must never have benefited from a training program by CyberSafe Foundation in the past, and you must be available for classes. All right, I think this is my best part. What does it take to be a DJ girl? I'm a DJ girl. What does it really take? It takes passion. We want people who are, again, like I said, very passionate about gaining a digital skill, very passionate about gaining a digital skill, very out there, ready to, get their dreams, make it come to actualization. You must have the learner's mindset as well. This is a very tedious process. Learning a new skill, you must first think like a learner. There's a lot I need to learn. There's a lot here. There's a lot of patience required. I don't know it all. So you must have the learner's mindset. The time commitment, like I mentioned, is a very big deal. 4 hours thereabout that you have to give daily to your learning. I understand that a lot of you have jobs or going to school. You can always remember it's a virtual training. If it is in the night, you want to take your classes, for those who are joining virtually, you take your classes and watch your videos and, put yourself together and learn. So, but you need to commit that time. That's the only way you will learn best. And resilience. I think I want to speak more about this point because while learning something, there are times when you fail. All right, you make mistakes. It gets too difficult sometimes, and you're like, can I really do this? Can I really learn this skill? But that's where resilience comes in. That's where grit comes in. When you say, okay, this isn't working right now. I take a break. I rest a bit. I go back. I learn again. I'm like, okay, I get it this time. Sometimes that could be seeking help, but resilience is always going at it. And these are things that make a DigiGirl. So a DigiGirl is someone who's always ready to learn, ready to put in the time and effort. Is really passionate about gaining a digital skill, and is resilient amongst all. All right, so every time we hear the question, it comes in different forms online. Is DigiGirls and these cyber girls the same? The words sound quite similar, and that sometimes is a bit confusing. So I'm just going to take some time to break it down. What's the difference? Now, DigiGirls has 5 digital skills. So everything that happens within the DigiGirls training programs purely intermediate digital skills. However, CyberGirls has only cybersecurity training, purely cybersecurity. DigiGirls has no cybersecurity training except the cybersecurity awareness, which you'll be getting. With the DigiGirls training program, it's available to everyone in Nigeria, every female who is resident in Nigeria and obviously meets the age criteria. You can be part of it. And CyberGirls is open to all of Africa. All right, so that's the difference. One is Nigeria based, one is African based. The duration as well is different. It takes 3 months for the DigiGirls training program and 7 months for CyberGirls. The age limit as well is different. So it's 15 to 40 for DigiGirls and 18 to 28 for CyberGirls. So you see a wider range for DigiGirls. The learning parts as well. So in DigiGirls, we have data analysis, digital marketing, e-commerce, graphics design, and UI UX. And like I said, with CyberGirls, they're just learning parts that are cybersecurity based, like cloud security and the rest. So I think with these little things, when you see anything relating to both programs, you can tell them apart. And this is the point where I say, if you joined this info session with hopes to learn more about Cyber Girls, which is the cybersecurity training program, sorry to break your heart, this is purely DigiGirls, all right? Digital skills only. All right, so the application process this year is quite different than it had been in the past years. Bear in mind, this is the third cohort. Yay! And I'm really excited for everyone who has benefited in the first and second cohort, and anyone who has been part of that process. Yes, this process this year is quite similar, but it's not the same thing. All right, so this process rather is divided into 3 stages, and I'll be walking you through each of these 3 stages. Now, the first stage, you'll be completing an application form. And now, applications are not open right now, but they will on Monday. And I'm really excited about that. Yes, if you're on this stream, you're one of the first people to know that application opens on Monday. So we're going to use that to our advantage. Okay. All right. When applications open up, a link will be provided, and all you need to do is visit that link. Very simple. Visit the link and then you input your details. There are lots of details that will be required from you: your first name, your last name, your email address. Now, I want you to take the email section very important. A couple of people do not. They use maybe accidentally impute a wrong email, and they're wondering later why they didn't hear back from us. Well, you have to be very careful filling out the form. So bear in mind that the only unique identifier right now for you applying to the program is your email address. If you get it wrong, we can't find you. We can't associate your application with what the data we received, and hence we can't respond or accept you. So ensure to have your email correctly imputed. Now, after you provided your email address, you'll be asked to answer a couple of questions. For example, where you live. Bear in mind, it's just so we can know more about you. And if you're going to like, if you would like to be part of the physical component of the training, so we can help you find the closest hub to you. And if you're going to be part of the virtual program, so we know how to fit you properly. So please provide these details. And you'll be asked about internet access and all of those things. Ensure to read every line carefully and answer correctly. Part of what you'll be doing after you've completed the application form and submitted it, will be taking an aptitude test. Now, we intend in this aptitude test to check your language proficiency. So, do you understand English? Now, I know most of you do. I know almost all of you do. But we just want to know for a fact that you can compose yourself and speak in English and understand English language very well. This is important. It's not because um, just because the program will be taught purely in English, and it wouldn't benefit you very well if you're not proficient in this language. Some other things we'd like to check are health and disability. So you may be required to declare are currently um, if you're currently experiencing any health challenge or you're a person living with disability. So this is not to discriminate against you. This program caters to people living with disability. However, not every person living with disability. Right now, we can only cater to people with mobility challenges right now in the program, and people with auditory challenges. So we have a wing of the program that can take care of those kind of things. So just go ahead and let us know if you're living with a disability, and if we can make provisions for you to make sure you have a smooth experience during the training program, we definitely will. In fact, we're intentional about making that a possibility. So remember, after you fill out the application form, you submit it, what happens next is that you get a link to take your aptitude test. What happens in the aptitude test? We just want to check, can you speak English? You know, you want to check your critical thinking and also just the little things um, that help us understand more about you. Bear in mind that this test is not for a long period. It's just about 25 minutes. So don't be afraid. It's nothing complicated. Rather very simple. Okay. So once you get the link, please take the test. Don't delay, because you would only be allowed 24 hours afterwards to take the test. So please go ahead, fill it and get it over with. While filling the form, you'll be asked to talk about, why you want to be a part of this program. I want you to take that to be the most important part of your application form. That is where we want you to show passion. All right, that's what we want to show. Why you? There are going to be a lot of people applying for this program, and remember, we're only taking 6,000, nothing more than 6,000. So you will need to really stand out. So use the section to stand out. Please bear in mind, not more than 100 words. We just want you saying little about yourself. All right. So I'm going to move to the second stage of the application process. Remember, in the first stage, you fill the application form and you take the aptitude test. All right. After you've done that, that is when you would then receive feedback from us. I'll be giving you the timeline for all of these dates in the future, just a little time, in a little while. All right, for stage 2, we will be taking a basic digital literacy course. Now, we understand that some of us may never have had an opportunity to use a computing device, and we want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to learn. We want to be able to reach more people. So whether or not you get into the DigiGirls training program, you can at least learn how to use a computing device. So you go through a basic digital literacy course. Now, when you go through the course, you'll be onboarded on our learning management system. So after you receive the feedback from the first stage, it says, hi, we like your application, we want you to continue. All right, go ahead and take this course. You will then be onboarded on our learning plan management system. And then you take the course, after which you would write an end of course assessment, and you're expected to meet a 70% cutoff mark to make it to the next stage. don't don't fret. It's nothing difficult. It's very straightforward. It's just basic digital literacy. And trust me, you will love your teacher. She's exceptional. All right. While this is ongoing, you'll be expected to complete the background check. So we want to verify that you're who you say you are. We are living in Nigeria. Okay, you're a real person. We can see and touch you. So you'll be required to provide certain detail documents. I'm just going to speak to what those documents are going to look like. For example, you may be asked to you'll be asked to turn in your means of identification. Now, this could be your NIMN, so that's your national identity card. It could be your international passport if that's what you'd rather use, but something that has your face, has the year you were born, right, and has your name, right? So it could be your WAEC certificate. So some people who don't have, your WAEC certificate has your face and the year you were born, right? You could use that, but easiest way to go about it, your NIMN, the card version that has your date of birth will work perfectly. Your driver's license with your date of birth, your voter's identification card has your date of birth as well. So that could work. Or your international passport, whichever. But we need you to verify that you are who you say you are, basically, in the background check. It's nothing complicated. You just upload your documents, and when we are done with the application process, we take those things from our systems, we expunge them, and we do not hold them afterwards. So do not feel that this could be a security risk in any way. All right, so after you're done with that, you'll be moving on to the third stage. So people who make it to the third stage are people who completed the course within the time frame. Please, within the time frame. There'll be a time frame given for you to take the course. So you must complete it within that time frame. And you must have completed the assessment with a 70% pass mark and provided your documents for the background check that checks out. All right, once you've done all of this, woohoo, good to go. You're ready to be part of the DigiGirls training program. So what that moves you to stage 3, where you claim your spot in the training. Now, in this part, you'll be expected to celebrate, I'm not a DigiGirl, and I'm part of this review. You'll be part of an intense review process by the DigiGirls admissions committee. Once you're part of that process, don't worry. If your background check went well, you're good to go ahead, provide all the things you need to provide, and get started. All right, so this is a very simple 3-stage process. First one, you fill the form and take the aptitude test, like I said, and then you take the basic digital literacy course where you'll be certified. Bear in mind, receive a certificate of completion at the end of this. So regardless of whether you get into the program or not, you've participated in the basic digital literacy program and you have your certificate to prove it, right? And then you must meet a 70% cutoff. After which you move to the third stage and you claim your spot in the training program. All right, so let's talk timelines. The application process will be going on for some time. So I want to make sure we take note of all the important dates and we mark them on our calendars. All right. So all right, we're going to start off with the first stage. The first stage is going to start off June 5th. That is this Monday, next week Monday. All right, to June 25th. Now, this is when you'll be given time to fill the application form, with your short essay in it, take the aptitude test, and do all the things that you need to do for stage 1. So please remember, applications open on Monday. So feel free to share the link to anyone who needs it, as many people as possible. Don't worry, they should apply, right? If you think they want to have digital skills, they're not sure which digital skill, but they're thinking of getting a digital skills amongst all these ones I've talked about. Send it to them, let them read about digital skills and what they will gain and what they could learn, and let them apply. So this will happen between June 5th to June 25th, and the feedback date for this is June 30th. So by June 30th, that is the end of this month, you should get feedback on stage 1. Did you pass the application process? You will know by then. Stage 2, from July 3rd to July 14th. This time frame, you'll be expected to take the digital skills, the digital literacy course. All right. You'll be onboarded on the learning management system and you take the course and the assessments, end of course assessments. Now, bear in mind that on or before July 14th, you must have taken the end of course assessment. So if you had finished the course and you didn't take the assessments and July 14th goes past, we are not going to consider you. July 14th, the end of our course assessment goes off. And I promise you, like I said, the digital literacy teacher, she's spectacular. You enjoy the whole session. I trust that one for a fact. So if you know that you've never used a computing device and this is making you a bit anxious, don't worry, calm down. All right, you're in good hands. You're in very good hands. And you'll receive feedback for this stage July 24th. So you will know for a fact July 24th whether you've completed the stage 2 successfully. And then you move to stage 3. And in stage 3, you will be part of the onboarding process from July 31st and finally have the orientation and your first class by August 7th. So just to answer the question of, oh, when do classes start? August 7th. So yes, you can go ahead and be part of this process pending when we get there. So if you're wondering, you can start moving things around in the month of August, making necessary adjustments to give your all to the program. All right. While I was speaking, some more people join the stream. Please leave your questions in the comment section. Everything DigiGirls, and we're going to answer them. All right. So yeah, what are some tips I would like to share for the application process? I think the very first thing for me is input the correct details. All right, it's very important that you input the correct details, and the only way you can do that is when you take your time. It happens a lot of times when you fill the form in a hurry. You could maybe mix up some keys that are very close on the keypad, so G could then become H, right, and change your email address, and that could then complicate this whole process, and you lose out on the opportunity. So accurately and carefully input all your details, specifically your contact details. All right, please ensure that is a valid email address you are using. You'll be asked to, at some point in the application process, upload files. Ensure it is the accurate file type. All right. So is it JPEG, that's JPG at the end of the file, right? Or is it PNG on the end of the file, or is it PDF? Those are the documents we will need you to upload. If the document ends with any other thing aside these 3 things I've mentioned, you won't be allowed to upload it. All right. So make sure it's in the correct format, and then you can upload it. And the last thing is to always remember your application ID. Now, when you have completed the application stage 1 and we give our feedback, we are going to assign you an application ID. This ID basically says, hey, you are a person, we accept your application, and we want to continue to work with you. Now, this ID, you will use it through the program. All right, it's the identity for the rest. When you get into the program, you will use it till the completion of the program. So please take note of it. All right. When you receive the mail, start the mail, write it down somewhere or anything. That ID is very important. You use it for submitting your assignments. You use it for every other thing during the DigiGirls application process and during the DigiGirls training program. All right. So that's about it. Take your time, read everything. Make sure if you don't understand it, call someone, ask them, what's the meaning of this thing? Or how should I write it? Okay, that's how they write it correct. Please bear in mind that the test will be timed. And when you're taking that test, once you put your email address and press the start button, it has started. You will not get another opportunity to try again. All right, so make sure you have good internet, stay in a comfortable place and take your test. Now, if at any point you have any challenges taking the test or any challenge filling the application form or anything at all, please send us an email on digigirls@cybersafefoundation.org. Don't worry, we're going to put that up on the screen very soon. So yes, that will be all from my end. I'll just walk you through some frequently asked questions alongside Abimbola now. Please, if you have any questions, like I said, use the chat box. It's the best place to get our attention. All right, so I'll be walking through some questions, and as we answer them, maybe this will inspire you to ask your own questions, and then we can answer them as well. All right, Abimbola. Okay, so I'm going to
Hi,
read the questions.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So I'm going to read the questions and we'll take turns answering them. So I think the first question, I'm just going to give that one to you. Is the training physical or virtual?
Okay, thank you very much, DT. So the training is actually a hybrid mode, meaning that some people will be able to take the classes physically and others will be taking it virtually. So physical training will be happening for our beneficiaries in Lagos and Kaduna. We have hubs in Lagos and Kaduna where you can walk into, there's internet access, there's computers available. All you need is go in and you'll be able to take your classes. There will also be facilitators on ground at those two hubs to answer your questions, take you through the process, or just give you more clarifications where you need. However, for beneficiaries in other states, you have to take your
Hi, Abimbola.
virtually. So this is why it's important that you have a laptop or access to.
Okay, hi everyone. I think we lost Abimbola briefly there. So just to answer the question, yes, the training is hybrid, has a physical component and has a virtual component. Now, you can choose which one you want to participate in. If you are in Lagos, we have a physical hub. There are computers there, like Abimbola said. You can go in and learn your skills. All right. If you're in Kaduna, there's a physical hub there as well. You can take advantage of, and you don't need to have a computer. You can go there and learn. But for people who want to learn virtually, that is when it is necessary to have access to a computing device, and that option is available for those who want to. So yes, welcome back, Abimbola. I think I give them a brief
Thank
overview
you.
of all of that. So
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'm just going to let us move on to the next question. Okay, so the second question is, do I need any prior tech knowledge? Do I need any prior tech knowledge?
So, coming into DigiGirls, you don't need any prior tech knowledge. Like I said, this is going to be a program taking you from basic to intermediate digital skills, and that's why you also have the opportunity to take the basic digital literacy course. So, if you're someone who has never really interacted with a computer or used a laptop or used apps or applications on the computer, like applications like Word, like Excel, like PowerPoint, all of those things. If it's something that you've not interacted with a lot, then that's fine. You come into the program, you take the basic digital literacy course, and once you pass that, you have the opportunity to get into the program, admitted, and then begin your journey into acquiring a digital skill. So you don't need any prior tech knowledge, coding, or any of that. No, no, no. You can come in fresh. You can come in as a novice, and we'll take you from basic to intermediary.
Okay, thank you so much, Abimbola. Okay, so there's a type of, but can I apply if I'm over 40? If I'm over 40 years old, can I apply for this program? I think that answer is really straightforward. It's
Okay.
just
The answer
it's
is
just
straightforward.
no.
Is no.
Um,
Keep in mind. Okay, so go ahead, DT. Go ahead.
Okay, so the thing is, we would love to have taken you in, but sadly, we have to put a demarcation to the number of people we can take in the age group. So if you are past 40, you cannot be part of the program. However, we can recommend some places you can go ahead and learn. There are free resources online. Please don't let this deter you in any way. You can still learn the skill. The fact that you're past 40 doesn't mean that you can't learn any digital skill. Please, you can go ahead. There are free resources on YouTube, online, that you can continue to learn the skills with. We sadly just can't accommodate you in the training program. This doesn't speak to our belief in your ability to continue to learn digital skills. It's just a constraint we have based off on previous agreements, and getting jobs for people past a certain age sometimes could be a little bit tricky from our own end. Yes. So go ahead, Abimbola. Looks like you had some contributions to make.
Oh yeah, so I just wanted to add that you should also keep in mind the age restriction that DT mentioned earlier. So take note, you must be 40 as at 31st of July 2023. So that should also be noted, between 15 and 40 by the 31st of July. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Apimbola. All right, so do I need to own a laptop to apply? I think we went through that already. You do not need to own one, but you must have access, regular access to one. All right, that is, you are learning virtually, and if you are learning physically, don't worry, you don't need to own a computer. You can come as you are. All right, you can come as you are. Abimbola, is there anything you want to add to that? All right. So I'm going to just read out the last question. I think this will be targeted at you, Abibola. What level of complexity is the training? How
No,
hard is
that's
it?
it really. You just need to have constant.
Okay. Hi, Abimbola. Looks like there's a lag. All right. So
So, like I mentioned earlier, we're taking you from basic to intermediate. So it's not complex in that it's impossible to bombard you with text. Is it sorted now? Is it gone now? Am I
yes, you're
back
back.
online now in
Yeah,
real
you're real
time?
time.
Hi everyone. Am I
Yes, you are. Okay, Abimbola, I think I just go ahead and take this. If that's fine. All right. So, like she said, level of complexity is they're taking from basic. So don't worry, it will be simplified, very simplified. In fact, you don't need to have had prior knowledge to understanding. The classes are broken down like A, B, C. It's very systematic, so you don't need to stress about it. So, while we were speaking, some questions came in the chat box, and I'm just going to answer them as we walk through them. And if you have any more questions, please go ahead and ask them. I think Lami La Rabba wants to know where it is in Lagos. The hub is in the mainland. Is on the mainland. When you apply, we're going to give you the exact address to the hub, and you can commute there. But it's in the mainland, right? Yaba, and that's where the classes will be holding. It's a really nice space. You'll really like to go there. So please consider it if you are interested in the training program. Comfort is asking if virtual learn what the time for classes. What is the time for classes for virtual learners? For the virtual learners, so this is it. Classes have hybrid as well. So we have pre-recorded classes and we have a live interactive session. Now, the live interactive session will happen once weekly. All right, on the agreed day to happen once weekly, and this session will be about 2 hours thereabout. Now, during the live interactive session, you walk through with your trainer. Any questions you have, they'll show you some live demos. This is the time when you can actually feel the trainer's pulse. If you ask a question, they'll answer. Some people ask questions, so you would also learn from those questions. But the pre-recorded classes are just the meat of the matter. You go on the LMS, you watch all of the videos, you take all of the exercises, and this will be drip fed to you on weekly basis. So when I say drip fed, it means every week you'll be given a portion of things to complete in that week. All right. So you go through your videos. Now, as a virtual learner, if you want to watch these videos at night, it's up to you, right? If you want to watch them in the morning, it's up to you. But on a daily basis, you are watching your videos and you are finishing all the things you need to do. Right. And at the end of the week, you have your live session for that week where the trainer will go through all the things that we're supposed to learn on that week, like a little revision, go over it and say, oh, we learned this, we learned this, we learned this. These are some things you should know. Did you understand this and did you understand that? So whenever you take your classes as a virtual learner, it's solely up to you. But the live interactive session, you have to be a part of that. And that holds within the hours of 10 to 2 o'clock, right, on the chosen dates during the day. And the exact time for each session will be communicated to you beforehand. But bear in mind, it happens once weekly, just once weekly. All right. Oh, you can't attend both virtual and physical. So if you are part of the physical training, you will be kept separately. You will have your own the hub man and your own community and learning hub manager, right? That person is going to take care of everything that relates to you. But if you are learning virtually, you have a success advisor, and that person will take attend to everything that concerns you. So once you are part of the virtual training, you cannot benefit from the physical component, and if you're part of the physical components, vice versa. All right. Eniola, I think I've answered your question now. Okay, so Abimbola, welcome back. Hi, Abimbola.
Thank you. Thank you. It's raining on my end.
I can imagine.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can hear you.
It's raining on my end, so the network is fluctuating quite a bit.
All right. So I'm just going. I think we're going to try again. So I'm just going to ask the question, and then we go through it together. Some other questions that have come in. When is the start and end date for this training?
Okay.
When is the start and
Okay,
end date for
so the
the training?
training is starting. So the training is starting in August 7th, and will run for 3 months to be completed at the end of October.
All
So in
right.
between all of
Okay.
that, you would have your live sessions, master classes, mentorship, all of that.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so how many days a week and how many hours will the training hold? How many
So how
days
many
a
days a
week?
week? It holds weekly. It's as usual. So Monday to Friday, classes start on Monday, end on Friday. Hours, 4 hours between the hours of 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and excluding public holidays in Nigeria. So for every public holiday that will have, you're free on that day, unless you want to catch up on your classes or finish up an assignment.
All right, just to add there again, the live sessions. Remember, I said the live interactive sessions are the ones that are cast on stone, and you have to be there live, right?
Yeah.
So this 10 to 2 for virtual learners only applies to your live session, but for physical learners, it's 10 to 2 for all your classes. So by 10 to 2, you'll be given access to the hub. You would have access to internet there, and you have access to a trainer daily, Monday to Friday. Okay, so the next question is, so someone is asking for the exact training location in Lagos. Oh my god, we lost Abimbala again. So the exact training address, like we said, will be provided when you get into the training program. We're not going to be discussing that right away. How much do I need to pay for the DigiGirls training program? Please, the answer is zero naira. All right, it is completely free. Every part of the training from start to finish, you won't be required to bring in naira. And if per adventure you encounter at any point and anyone requests, please make an official report, and we will really love to know that. But from the application process, you don't need 1 naira to be part of it. To the completion of the program and collecting your certificates, you don't need to pay anything. All you need to do is make sure you have access to a computing device and access to internet. So just something to buy your data with, and you buy your data and take your classes. You wouldn't be paying anything at all. Will there be job or internship placements at the end of the program for the ladies? Now, yes, there will be job opportunities. However, it is not guaranteed. So because you're a part of the program doesn't mean we will in turn have a job for you. You'll be given opportunities to compete fairly to get jobs, and there are possible placement opportunities as well. But going through the program doesn't guarantee that you will get a job. However, when opportunities arise, we tend to give people in our program first hand opportunity at them, and will also help you prep, so get a chance to participate in a bit of an interview prep during your training, so you know how to better position yourself when you get into those rooms and get those opportunities. We'll also be walking you through how to position yourself on social media as well to attract opportunities. So be rest assured, we are preparing you for the job market. However, it's not coming and get a job instantly. No, we're not promising you that, but we'll give you opportunities to help you gain one. All right. So someone asked the question, can two people from the same family apply in the same program? Yes. All right. Two people from, in fact, if all your family members want to be part of the program, please bring them in. All right. We do not discriminate against things like that. Please go ahead and apply. All right. Provided again you meet the age restriction and the other eligibility criteria. All right. So the next question is, will can I reapply because I didn't finish my classes? So this person wants to know if you know they can be part of the program again when they were previously but did not complete their classes. The answer to that is no. No, you cannot. I know you cannot because last time you were part of the program and did not complete your program, you deprived someone else of the opportunity to be part of it. So we do not want to take that risk again. We would rather not. However, if you had left the program after declaring that something happened. So something happened to you where you had experienced some grievous or traumatic experience, and you took permission, or something happened and you communicated, that you were having that challenge, hence could not complete the program. We would then consider you. However, if you just up and left, no word, nothing at all, did not complete the training, sorry, we will not be accepting you. In fact, when we see your application, we will turn it down. So that is not going to be accepted. Can I reapply to study another course? So if you have been part of the program before and you did digital marketing, can you come back and do data analysis? No. The answer to that is no. We believe that we have taught you to fish, that you can go ahead and go and gain other skills. Don't worry. If you want as many skills as possible, please go ahead. All right, we're not stopping you. However, we want to give this opportunity to people who desperately need it. And we think it will be beneficial to people to have a fair chance, just like you did, to gain your first skill. So you can go ahead. I'm sure, but with your first skill, you have been able to generate some income. So go ahead, and there are paid trainings you can take and continue with whatever endeavors. But we wouldn't be taking you into the training program. I was a beneficiary of Cyber Girls Fellowship. Can I become a DigiGirl? The answer is no. If you're participated in any training program, you cannot do that again. Someone is asking, Wala Bode Grace, how can a working class cope with virtual? All right, so I'm just going to walk you through some things that some people in our program have done before. If it works for you, that's amazing. If it doesn't, you can then devise a means that works for you personally. But in the past, a lot of people who have been part of the training will go to work during the day, go through all the things they need to do, and in the evenings, sit down and study. Remember, I said the normal classes, they're available to you anytime, even in the middle of the night you want to watch. I know of some people who wanted to watch late at night because of the free cheap data that have subscription at night, right? You can take advantage of that and do it. The only thing you have to be present for is once a week, 2 hours. 2 hours once a week for the live virtual session. That is all that we require for you to be there real time for. So I think with proper planning, you should be able to cater to, you should be able to make adjustments to be part of it. Bear in mind, these sessions also are recorded, so you can go back and watch it again more than once. However, attendance is mandatory, right? But if you know you were not, maybe I wasn't paying attention, you can go and watch it again. But it's mandatory that you attend the live interactive session, 2 hours once weekly. All right, so for people who don't get into the program, what next? Bear in mind that we have first the list of people we let into the program. Oh, hi, you're a digital, welcome. We also have a very small wait list. We call it a wait list because if there was someone who was given an opportunity to be part of the program and chooses to pull out, we then take people from the wait list to fill up the available gaps. So if you receive an email and it says, "Oh, you're on the wait list," just know that it means that if an opportunity comes up, we can then let you be part of that. However, excuse me. However, this year there's some juice. All right, this is something that hasn't happened before. Like I said, the application process is similar but not the same. Now, this year we'll be having something we call Digi Hubs. Yes, if you follow us online on social media, you most likely have seen us advertise and call for partners for Digi Hubs. Now, what do the Digi Hubs do? They are equipped to train people in their locality for free as well. They are like Digi Girls, or the partner with us, they get our learning resources and they give you training for free as well. So if you do not get into Digi Girls, right, we can then refer you to a hub that you most likely could participate in. All right. So your wait list, you can then get, if you're on the wait list, you can then be a part of a DG hub, right? But that's for people who are on the wait list. So we'll give you preferential treatment. We'll send you the list of the hubs we are partnering with, and if there's one close to you, you can then get the opportunity. So, like I said, it's a win all around this year, right? Okay, Abimbola has joined us. Welcome back, Abimbola. Sorry, I really can only imagine how you feel with the network stressing you. All right, we're almost done. We are just going to take the last question before we go on to next steps and how we can. All right, so how do I know I'm on the waiting list? All right, if you're on the wait list, you will be contacted. All right, we will say hi, we will say your name. So you receive the mail from us. Don't worry, it's going to have our name. It's going to have the same email address all around. Hi, I'm just going to use Eniola's name. Hi, Eniola, you're on the wait list. Don't worry, Raniola, you're not going to be on the wait list. You're going to become a DigiGirl, all right? So I'm just using your name, right? Okay. Hi, Aniola. You're on the wait list, and these are a list of hubs you can go to. All right. When there's an opportunity, we would also reach out to you and let you into the program. But since Aniola is going to be a DigiGirl, she's going to receive the message. Hi, Aniola. Welcome to the DigiGirl training program. All right. So, Abimbola, now that you're here, I don't know if you want to walk everyone through the complaints process. So if someone has a complaint, who do they contact? How do they reach you? And their social media handles as well.
Okay, thank you very much. So for complaint process, you can reach us via mail at digigirls@cybersafefoundation.org. We'll drop that in the comment section so you can see it and refer back. Just shoot us a mail and someone on the team will respond to you. There's also a phone number, a dedicated phone line. Uh, I'll also drop that as well. So if you have questions, you can reach us on WhatsApp via that phone number, and you can also give a phone call as well. There'll always be someone on hand to attend to you. And when you get into the program, anyway, that will be a whole different ball game. You know, you have success advisors, you have community learning managers that can attend to you. But right now, if you have any complaints or you need to reach out to us, shoot us a mail at digigirls@cybersafefoundation.org, or if phone calls the phone number that I will drop in the comment section. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Abimbola. Please, when you drop it in the comment section, please feel free to highlight it so other people can see on the screen
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
But we look forward to enjoy this application process. I would honestly tell you it's important to follow us on social media. If you don't follow us on social media, there are a couple of things you may miss. Remember, I went through the application timelines, the dates. I'm going to do that again, but these are the timelines, and we'll be making posts whenever we hit these timelines. All right, follow us on social media. When is feedback days on the 30th? We will make noise. We'll say you have been sent an email, so you will remember to go and check your email and see okay whether you got in and what the next steps are. All right. On the 24th of July as well, on the 31st as well of July, and 7th of August, we will make posts to remind you of this. Another thing I think you should always do, please, when you get the very first email from us, please ensure to start that email. What you are telling your mailbox is that this is priority and I want to always see it, right? So just do something to start it and make sure you can always see it. So instead of your mailbox to interpret it as spam, to always know that, oh, this is from Cyber Girls. Sorry, excuse me, this is from Cyber Safe Foundation. This is the DigiGirls training program, and it is important. All right, that's what your email will do. So please ensure to make sure it's not, if it's in spam, move it to your inbox. Right, when you get the first mail, make sure to move it to your inbox and start it so it just knows it's important. But please follow us on social media. We will be talking about this entire process. We'll be there to answer your questions as well. We're sending reminders online as well, so you don't miss any information. And remember, application opens on Monday. It opens on Monday, and the flyer will go out. We'll be announcing the link, all right, on social media. So if you don't follow us on social media, you wouldn't get the link. All right. So please be ready. Put on your post notifications. The post will be going out so you can apply as well. All right. So thank you, Abimbola. I see you dropping it in the comment section. For those
Yeah.
who would like to know, is CyberSafe HQ for Instagram and Twitter. All right, and CyberSafe Foundation for Facebook and LinkedIn. All right, so CyberSafe Foundation, Facebook and LinkedIn, and CyberSafe HQ for Instagram and Twitter. Okay, so if you have your questions, please keep them coming. Um, we would really love to entertain them. If you have doubts in your heart, you're afraid of the process, do not. All right, it's easy peasy. In fact, this year is the year where, regardless of the outcome, you win either ways. All right, you win either
Yeah.
ways. Even if you do, if manage that, if you get to stage two, right, you get to be part of the digital literacy course. It's a win. You get your certificate, right? Regardless of whether you get into the program or
Yeah.
not. If you get to stage three and you don't become a digi girl, right, you can become a part of the digi hubs. So it's still a win. This year, it's just winning all around. So don't worry, we've got your best interest at heart. Don't worry, we won't be looking at those applications with with anger. We'll be looking at them very happily. So please bear in mind, it's going to be fair. All right, it's not man no man. All right, it's going to be
Yeah.
fair. The process is fair from start to finish. If you do not qualify, we will not accept you. And if you qualify, we will not turn a blind eye, regardless of where you come from, who you are, right? So don't feel like, no, we do not discriminate at all, provided you meet the requirements, the criteria, eligibility criteria. Don't worry, be rest assured you're eligible. All right, just go ahead and do your course and make sure to pass your assessments. Okay, Abimbola, thank you for sharing that in the comment section. Do you have any last words for us before we
Thank you.
go?
Okay, thank you very much, Katie. So, last words would be just follow instructions or adhere to instructions. Please note instructions, because usually in the application process, you feel like you've done everything right, but maybe you missed something or you just overlooked something, and that will really affect the entire process. Again, there are strict rules in place to also guide us on the admissions team by the time we're reviewing applications. So, when you're typing, make sure you've typed correctly, cross check and proofread your essay, even the contact details that you're going to be filling into the form. Make sure you cross check those, make sure you put it in correctly. Also, adhere to instructions. If you're supposed to do this, do that. If you are labeling a file that you're submitting, maybe with your email address or with your application ID, label it exactly as it has been said, so that number one, it doesn't get lost in the large pool of information that we'll be getting in, and also to make it easy for us to be efficient for you in the application process. So please adhere to all instructions. If you have any doubts or any questions at any point in time, you have our information, our contact details. Reach out to us so we can clarify for you, answer your questions, and just make this process as seamless as possible.
All right,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much, Abimbola. Abimbola has said it all. All right, carefully, carefully do your application. All right, read everything. All right, don't be so in a hurry. So there may be a little knot there, and that you miss that knot, and then you respond as though
Yeah.
the knot was not there, and that makes your response different. So, for example, if I ask you, do you have access to, and you say, do you not have access? It is different. You answer differently. So make sure to read carefully.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Abimbola. And to everyone who's been part of this session, you guys are the real MVPs. Thank you so much. I'm really glad to have had you here on this session. Don't forget, it's not too late. You can still share this live stream to those who need to know this information. All right, so go ahead and share it with them, so they can watch and catch up on what they may have missed. And if you have any more questions about the DigiGirls training program, please feel free to ask it in the comment section on social media, and someone will respond to it. All right. So when you see the info session post, go ahead and ask it under there, and someone will respond to it. Well, thank you so much. It's all love from my end. Thank you for being a part of the DigiGirls information session. All right. Bye from my end.
Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.